I got off the phone with a scammer and he told me a lot of things that I want to share with you. Let's go Eagles, man. I better win. When I watch this video, we still better be undefeated. I'll be mad. Listen, man, if you are just clicking on the video, man, thank you guys so much for watching. If you don't know, my name is Brandon Jones, and I specialize in helping you make an extra income. You guys can follow me at Educatedhustler on Instagram. And guess what? When you watch this channel, man, I want you guys to feel like you're getting authentic me, but also I want you guys to feel like you're getting something real, something tangible, something that you guys can pick up, and not somebody that's trying to flaunt or fake or, you know, act like I got it all together, because I'm still learning just like you. But I have no problem sharing what I have learned and helping you guys continue to grow and helping you guys become better. 1% better every day, man. That's our goal, and we will obtain it. So guys, what I'm going to be talking about today is I recently had a conversation with a scammer. Not going to say the scammer's name, but I do want to say this. I was in my cell phone providing store today. I was getting the new 14 Pro Max, and I see this gentleman, right? He is standing up, getting a phone activated. I'm like, cool. And I guess they were at the point with his account to where he has to get I guess his credit approved to see like how much he has to put down and stuff, right? So he's at this point. I'm observing him because they're waiting for the safe to open so they can get my phone. So I'm observing, and the lady says, yeah, you're approved, no deposit down, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, all right, cool. And she asked what phone he wants, and I guess they already, they have everything together. Long story short, another person comes in, a young male like me, comes in, looks very raggedy, very like he doesn't even care about himself or his appearance, walks into the store to the other guy, and the other guy just looks at him and is like, yeah, man, I don't know, this is taking long, my bad, I know it's taking long. The guy that gets out the car, he like, all right, man, how long, like, what's going on, da-da-da. Automatically, I knew it was fraud. Automatically, not because I was looking at how this person looked and how that person looked, but because it's clear he had this guy go into the store to try and get an account, and then I guess told him what phones to get, blah, blah, blah. And you could tell that the guy that got out the car did this a lot, and he was desperate. And the reason I'm bringing this up, because I got off the phone with a scammer, and he told me a lot of things that I want to share with you guys. I did ask him if he wanted to go on video or I can record it. He was like, nah, that's too hot, bro, blah, blah. Telling me don't do it. But I asked him, could I share, some things that he said? And he said yes. So this is what I want to share. Let me tell you guys how people really are getting these phones, okay? A lot of people nowadays are not flipping phones in like a legit way, but instead it's more so like, all right, listen, I'm gonna get a CPN, which a CPN is a credit privacy number, and it's not your real social, but it's something that acts as if it's a social. And they're going in stores, getting with these socials, and they're getting phones, right? And when they get these phones, then they're obviously selling them. That's one method. The next method is creating a business account with fake business documentation, and then getting, like 13 lines or whatever, and then, having a 20% down payment, and then, paying like $230 for an iPhone, and then selling it for $700, just like that. So that's the second method. And then the next method is them literally swiping, which means using a credit card and not owning the credit card, and literally just buying phones out from like Apple, which you can easily do. Now, the last method, of course, is the one that I've mostly frowned upon, which is people going into stores, just grabbing phones and taking them. But I was talking to this scammer. He was like, man, listen, a lot of these scamming people, okay, are messing it up for me, because they are just sitting there and honestly using the heck out of every method to the point to where they're just abusing the system, and then it's starting to, thing is becoming too saturated. Everybody's doing it, and a lot of it is, a lot of people are scamming, and a lot of people are going into stores to get phones because, one, it's easy, and two, they're desperate and they have no way of getting the phones any other way. And I asked him, I was like, well, what are you going to do now? He was like, well, since the 14 came out and they don't have cell phone SIM cards, it's like, it's a little hard. Like, I don't know, because see, what we used to do is we used to do insurance claims, and we used to sell the phones to, you know, regular people, but you can't sell a 14 to a regular person because it's on your account, and you can't get the eSIM off of the account because you didn't pay it off. So he's just explaining to me how nowadays the phone game is slowing down because it's harder for scammers to leverage what they're doing. Like, it's hard for them to leverage how to finesse the system. I agree. I think it is getting hard from what he described, because you got a lot of people scamming. You got a lot of people trying to do a lot of different, you know, ways around just being thorough and just going in and getting an account and just buying phones from people. The problem with the cell phone game is a lot of people want a lot but want to do very little, and it's messing the game up. Okay, SIM card swaps are the reason why the iPhone 14 does not have a SIM card. SIM card swap is, imagine me and you, okay, we on a trip, me and you on a trip, then all of a sudden your phone gets cut off, and you're like, well, how the heck my phone get cut off? You call your cell phone provider. We're just going to say T-Mobile for the sake of the video. So you call T-Mobile, and you're like, hey, why is my phone off? And they say, because you just came in and you got another SIM card because you said you lost your old one. And you're like, no, I didn't. That wasn't me. And then the person's like, oh my God, well, it looks like it was just you. You just walked in the store, right? We checked your ID and it wasn't really you. Somebody just made an ID and put your name on it. They put their your SIM card in their phone. They got a new SIM card, put your number on their phone so they can get a PIN so that they can go ahead and order more phones, and then you're out without service and your account is being used now. So like, that has made it to where now phones don't have SIM cards, which means people won't be able to scam as much, because now if you have a phone tied to that account, you cannot go ahead and just sell it to anybody. And guess what? Overseas phone buyers are now paying less because they're like, dang, it's taking us a lot to figure out how to unlock these phones, so we're not going to pay you guys that much. So the phone game is getting messed up because people don't know how to act. And it's okay. But this is one of the reasons why I always preach that phone flipping is not what people want to try to make it seem. If you see somebody that is getting phones like out of Apple stores, what they do is they get a whole bunch of people with a whole bunch of CPNs with a whole bunch of different accounts, and they just go and they are creating false accounts and getting phones. And all of this is hunky-dory until too many people do it, and then they catch on. So the scammer was telling me like how now what he does, instead of scamming full time, he does DoorDash, because it's hard for him to be able to actually get the phones. It's hard. And not that he couldn't do it, not that he hasn't done it, but it's hard. It's getting harder. And that slows up people like me, because I'm buying phones from these people. I had a guy, no lie, walk into my store today, and I'm not lying to you guys, walk into my store today and tell me that he works for FedEx and he takes phones out of packages. Now, how do you think that makes me feel if I'm buying these phones from this guy? It makes me kind of like, oh, well, well there, buddy. You know what I mean? It makes me feel like, okay, well, that's kind of interesting. Like, I might be taking from somebody's Christmas present, or I might be buying phones from somebody and they just stole it from, you know what I mean? What's the name? So it's really hard to really believe how cutthroat the game is, but it's cutthroat and people don't care. And that's the reason why the cell phone game is starting to become what it is. Crap. Okay? Crap. So what I would recommend to anybody wanting to flip phones, do it the right way. Because when we don't do it the right way, it slows up money for everyone. And I understand people want to go on the internet and people want to look cool and stuff, but it's messing up the game. But let me tell you guys, one person is not messing it up for, and that's me. Because I try to have multiple ways to make money. No matter if I'm getting paid $100 less for this, I'm still gonna be buying this because I still got the capital. And guess what? You know those people that are saying that, hey, I buy phones and I only get I only say a price to get a $5 profit. My prices ain't hurting me because I usually get $80. And now if I don't get $80, I get $50. But it ain't gonna hurt me. 2 phones, $100 profit, I'm good. 2 more phones, $100 profit, I'm good. $200 profit, and I only kick out maybe $250. So it's all about understanding how to leverage, man. So to all of the phone buyers out there that may, it may be slow, I want you to think of it. When a stock goes down, people pull out. But guess what? That stock will go up. So phone flipping is going to get better. I promise you it's going to get better. But you got to stick through it and just do it right. Just do it right. If you see somebody doing it wrong, cool, whatever, that's temporary. And they messing up their own stuff because you going to all of these stores and stuff, bro. What happens when you really want to get service? You know what I mean? So I don't want you guys to be doing DoorDash after you, and that's nothing wrong with DoorDash, but I'm saying I don't want you guys to be doing DoorDash because you couldn't scam no more. Do DoorDash because you want to do DoorDash, but don't be like the scammer that I just talked to that was basically saying, you know what I mean, I can't do nothing because there's nothing, it's not working. You know what I mean? Be better than that, because eventually we have to improve. We gotta go far. And this guy that I talked to, brilliant guy. Nothing against him. He's awesome, and he can adapt. But it's some people that can't, man. And they're struggling. And it's the holidays, and you got kids that may be looking at you and you just can't feed them, or you can't get them the presents. Make sure you always have a different income, man. Make sure you're always 10 steps ahead of the game. But I'm out, y'all, about to watch the Eagles game. I'll catch you guys later, man. I appreciate you for watching. If you don't know already, my name is Brandon Jones, and I specialize in helping you make an income. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
If we have learned anything from the past few years, it has been the importance of the concept supply and demand. No matter if it is your job that furloughed you because of a pandemic, or you have to leave a job to take care of family matters, there is always a need for extra income just in case. One of the easiest things is finding a niche that has a demand. Technology, fashion, and janitorial item are at the forefront of the list of things to sell. Introducing HeedTheConnect.com, a website where you control how you shop. You can purchase items for yourself or purchase items in wholesale lots to sell to consumers. With a wealth of selling platforms, the possibilities are endless. You can order test products, request custom orders, and start making extra income in the blink of an eye. All products are in the USA and take no longer than 3 days to arrive at your doorstep. No more drop shipping need. No more searching for vendor lists. No more confusion. It's simple. We supply the demand so you can benefit in the way you choose. Enjoy our marketplace and never have to ask, is he the Connect?